So I knew I smell, but I was in a immigration office, and I was like, wait a second, is this guy just racist or he can't stand my smell? So it's been more than 4 years that I'm in Turkey, Istanbul. I don't know. Iran is like this, and Turkey is like this, and a little bit of it is here. Actually, a little bit more. Istanbul is here. It's funny, they love flags, and their country is like a flag that is attached to Iran. So it's a flag. Yes, so I'm somewhere around here. No, not there. Yeah, around here. So it's been the more than 4 years. Yeah. And we decided to rent one of our rooms in our apartment. We had a very nice apartment. It was, so we were the first residents in the whole apartment. It was new. We were lucky to get the apartment. The landlord could speak English. The who is the guy there? The broker, the guy who works for the real estate guy. He was a super nice guy. We became friends. He also could speak English, and we stayed in this place like not about more than 4 years. The rent was for a new apartment, it was good. It was 5,000 200, what the fuck, 5,250 Turkish lira the first year. And the law at the time was to increase the yearly rent 25% or something. So next year it became 7,000 what the 7,500 Turkish lira, yeah, which is not 25%, but we were like, oh, this guy is super nice with us. He's old. So I also fell in the trap that, oh, I feel he's like my dad that I've lost. He's so kind, but he needs money. Her wife has cancer. I don't know. I heard it. She doesn't look like it, but I don't know. He said, I don't. Let's not talk about that thing. That's not important. What the fuck? Yeah. Okay. And at the time, I was earning good. I had a good full-time job, and I got promoted, I guess, that year. It wasn't a promotion. I got what I deserved. Well, by the way, our company didn't had promotion. The boss just gave me the money that he wasn't paying me at the time because I was living in Iran and cheap. So my boss on the other side, who was also my friend, my which is a story for another time. So he starts to pay me, well, like one, was it that year? So let's talk about that. At the time I moved to Turkey, I was earning 600 euros. I can't believe it. Euros. Then I think after I moved to Istanbul, after a couple of months, it became 800, whatever the stupid sign is. And the next year I watched a YouTube video, how to ask for more money from your boss, and I asked for it, and he went like this and said, okay, let's do 1600 out of nowhere. So I could have earned this for the past years, I think 1.5 years maybe, but he decided to not to pay me that. And later on I found out, so at this time I was a senior, not at the, so at the level of the company. I was just an artist, a marketing artist, an illustrator, but I was a senior at my own level because I've been working like more than 10 years or something. But I was earning this much, and the juniors, the people who just started their first job there, they were earning much more than this. They were like earning at least 2,000, and I heard 3,000 later on. I never reached that amount. After 5 years, the most I was earning there was 1,800 each year. He rejected my my demands for more. So yeah, so because I live in Turkey, I'm, yeah, when you play small you earn small. Anyways, so we say okay to the landlord, which is old and kind at the time, and he speaks English and also Deutsch, which I don't speak at the time. I still don't. So we go second year 7,500. Again, next year it goes 12,000 Turkish lira. We're still like, he's so kind. Let's say okay if it's demanding for more. Next year things go crazy. Picassico, hi Picassico, sorry I didn't see your comment, your, yeah. So next year I think he asked for something crazy. I think it was like I don't remember exactly it. Hmm, I can find it out. So the thing was, the money he asked for was exactly the same as 12,000, but in euro. So it was like I didn't. I was kind of happy. I told to my wife, yes, we did it. This time he couldn't ask for that much, so it was uh, what is it called? Inflation wise, it was fair at least. After 6 months, suddenly he called. He said, my wife is not happy. I have to come and talk with you. So he showed up and said, let's not do this, not this, the number that I don't remember, but let's do, I think, oh, I'm just saying arbitrary numbers right now. I don't remember exactly. What's it? Was it 450 euro? He said, let's do this. It wasn't 1 year later, it was 6 months later. 6 months. And we were a little bit disturbed, a little bit stressed, but we said, okay, if you're not, you're a good guy. You're a good guy. You are doing this to us, if you know what this is. But you're a good guy. So we said, okay. 6 months later, he showed up. He said, let's go. Let's go something more. So he found out how to screw us up. Finally, the last year, so at the beginning of, no, let me say this correctly. At the last year, he started to take from us 750 euros in Istanbul from someone that has been his rentee from the beginning. So there should be grace. I don't know, it's not a grace period, but it's a grace, what's it called? I don't know. You don't screw your rentee who has been in your apartment. You do the screwing thing when they move out and a new person comes in. So he asked for 750 euros. And at the time, I had a fucking panic attack. Not because of this, but because I was losing my job. I thought I'm losing my job, the job that was screwing me. So I fell into a hole, a real psychological hole. I was super sick for 3 months. And I had like multiple, at least 3 panic attacks. I felt like I was dying. And medication wasn't working. I was doing everything to calm down. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't shit. The crazy part was that I couldn't eat. I was scared to eat because I couldn't shit. And in the middle of that, he showed up and said, let's do 700 euros, 750 euros. And we said, okay, just leave our house, just okay. Fortunately, I didn't lose my job for the next year and like 4 months, so I lost my job, but we paid this for 1 year. The last year, like it was February of this year when he showed up. Now he's not a nice guy anymore, he's evil. And the funny thing is, the last time he showed up, he had a red eye. He was becoming the demon. He said, my doctor said I had a pressure in my eye and something. Yeah, but I was like, no, you're becoming the demon that you are. And he said, okay, now you have to, okay, let's not do the euro thing, but let's pay for, not for, 44,000 Turkish liras. Okay, which the problem is, we were paying 750 euros for the past year, which we started paying, I don't know, let's say 3,000, the 30,000 Turkish lira at the beginning of the year, but at the end, after 12 months, it became 3,000, like what am I saying, 36,000 liras. So inflation worked its ways out, so we were paying this much at the end of the 12 months. But exactly here, when he showed up, he said, okay, this year you got to pay me 44,000. So he just dismissed that, okay, you have to add the percentage, whatever it is, which is not 25 anymore. It's, I don't know what the hell it is. And he just did that to us. And what was the situation this time? At the February, war in Iran started to happen. I don't know what is the verb for war. They were warring in Iran, or it was at the edge of happening. Because of the war, and because the government here and people are not very happy with refugees anymore, because how their government screwed everyone, their people and the refugees, by how they handled it. So they are kind of like, oh, we don't want extra refugees after Syrian war and other stuff. So there was a wave of rejecting the residency cards, because we have to renew them every year, and we are just at least I'm not a permanent resident or anything, or I don't have a job visa or anything. So because we were scared, and there was another thing. At this point, I'm jobless. I don't have job. I'm just taking random projects. Finding a new place is super hard. This wave is coming. We had to borrow money to sign, what's it called, to sign up for university, to bypass this wave. So I became a master, what's it called, master student, or what the hell is it called. So now I'm a student. I borrowed money to pay for 1 year tuition, whatever the hell it is. War is coming. He comes at our door. He says, now you have to pay extra, like adds 8,000 liras to this. And we said, okay. And here our story begins. Let's take this to this side. And okay, here I went kind of crazy because at the moment he said 4,000 something, 44,000 lira. I didn't get it. My wife didn't get it. We just said, okay, just again, go out. And we said we're gonna find out how to pay the rent because we don't want to go back to Iran. It's war. I have some problems back there, some political stuff. I have made few cartoons that are a little bit questionable. I might get hanged or whatever. I don't know. So it's better to stay out. So a couple of months passed. It was in was it in March? Yeah. So we said okay at February. In not March, in April, I called this dude the evil guy. Let's bring him here. Now he's evil. I called him. I told him I don't have a job. The situation is super shitty. You did this to us and stuff. And he said, no, I can't do anything. And I asked him, just instead of 44, do 40 for us. It's our 5th year. Just do 40, man to man. And little I knew, I'm a little bit simple in these cases. I'm a little bit retarded. And I said, so you don't do this, we're gonna leave in a couple of months. In a couple of months. Blah, blah, blah. Then a couple of months later, he called us. By the way, we were looking for a new apartment. But he called us. He said, I have a message from you that you told me you're gonna leave a couple of months later. At this time, this guy is full evil. He has the tail, he has the red skin, the wings, everything. He has the cock. I don't know. He calls us and says, okay, you have to leave because you said so. Yes, and that was chaos. And at the time, war was happening in Iran. And situation was super shitty in our life. And it was super hard to find the place because they were like, oh, you're Iranian. No, we don't give our place to Iranians. Or not all of them, or they just give their shitty apartments. There was apartments full of mosquitoes and cockroaches, and they were expensive. So finally, at the like, so something else also happened. Exactly a couple of months later, at the time that he asked us to leave, it was their international, it's what is called, the what's it called, Qurban, Eid Qurban. It's that day of that, I don't know, week of the year that everybody sacrifices cows and stuff. And in Turkey, it's their main thing. So they are it's holidays. Yeah, it's their main holiday. So it's everything was closed. Nobody was at their in the city to show us a place to rent and stuff. So it was super hard, but we did find a place. We left this fucking apartment, and yeah. Now what happened? Now I told you all of this to get to this part. What is it called? Okay, when you get a new apartment in Turkey, let me see. Our new apartment has a lot of windows. It's still expensive, a little bit cheaper, but bigger than the other one. It's super old, but it's good. So whatever, this is our new apartment. When you get the new apartment, you have to go and cancel all the previous bills that are registered under your name, like gas, electricity, and the other one, water, and what else? Nothing else. Yeah. So it's crazy. Why? Let me tell you. Each of these gas, electricity, and water. Each of these are their own like quests. It's not like you just go and cancel those and add the new ones. At least for us that we are not citizens, they themselves go through their websites and just cancel it and add the new one, I guess. So you have to get an appointment and go to these places and do the thing. But the thing is, let me remember clearly which one did we start first. So we arrived at our new apartment. It has no electricity. No, no electricity. Did it had gas? There was no water. So no. There was water, but it was like and no gas. But again, there was gas, but not much. It had there was a block on the thing and stuff. So we went to, so no electricity. So we had to sleep at our friends till we get electricity back. We went to the electricity place and they told us you have to do which one? You have to do gas first. So we went there. We did the gas. So it went under my wife's name. It got registered under her name. Then we went back to this place and they said, okay, now that you have done gas, you have to go to what's it called, immigration headquarters and add your name there and then come back and do these two. So what did we do? I went there. The guy there said, where is your appointment? I said, I just want to add this. Just go in the room and add this. Well, he said, no, go do an appointment on the website. He opened the website for me because it wasn't working at the time and give me an appointment for next week. And I was like, dude, we have no electricity. What should we do? And he said, I don't know. And he didn't even say it, I don't know. The guy works at immigration headquarters, couldn't speak English. Anyway, I came back home frustrated. I drank a can of what's it called? Coke Zero, and in the way I was thinking, okay, we are screwed. What should I do? What should we do? So we told one of our friends and he was like, oh, I can do something for you. He came at the door with his motorcycle. We went to the water place, to the water headquarters. And again, they said, no, you have to do the same thing. Oh, no. So we had to wait for 1 week. He said, let's do this, maybe. We went there. I think he was working there before everybody knew him. And he put the water registered the water under his own name. So we could use water. So 1 win for us. Not everybody is evil. Power of friendship. Okay, power of friendship. Okay, now we have water and gas, still no electricity, and we are waiting. What did we do? We went back here just to ask them, please, is there any way you can do this for us? And the lady at the counter, she was kind. She said, aren't you guys students? And suddenly I remembered, oh yes, I borrowed money to become a stupid student at this age, just to stay in this country, just to stay away from my dangerous country. And it has another use. So I said, okay, I may be able to do something. And she did it. I don't know how, because I went out to get some copies of documents and stuff. And my wife was like, I talked to her a lot. I told her about every situation, all the problems, and something else that I'm not gonna tell you, because we kind of lied to her also. I can't go that far, but we had to wait 10 days without electricity because of some stupid laws. And okay, now we have all of these, but still we have to go to the immigration headquarters, which is named Goch Edaresi or something. Okay, I go there. The appointment day comes. I go there like 2 hours earlier. And I'm sweating like crazy. And now let me add this bleep 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 section here. So if you've been paying attention, it was it at the end of May, I guess. So it wasn't still hot, but it was getting hot, it was getting warm. And this is me. Something happened to me few months before. Something that never been happened to me. And the thing was, so I'm a super sweaty guy. My what's it called? Palm of my hands sweat. Every part of my body sweat. When I get stressed, when I get shamed, when I get shy, when I get in a stressful situation, when it's warm, when it's a little bit warm, I sweat a lot. Oh, I forgot my nipples. So the thing that was happened, but my sweat wasn't smelly all these years. And also my wife, she's very sensitive toward smells. She was always like, thanks God, you sweat so much, but you are not one of those smelly guys. But what happened was, I started to smell, not in the summer, not in the spring, and it started in winter, weirdly enough. I still don't know what the like I know the reason is it's because of some sort of bacteria or fungi that lives under your these places. I forgot the name. And it eats the sweat and it poops some smelly shit. So since I get overwhelmed by heat, let's say, so this year winter wasn't cold enough, I guess. So if you would wear like a shirt, it was cold. But if you wear a jacket on it, or if I would wear a jacket, I would sweat a lot. I wouldn't get cold, but it was too warm for me. So I would sweat. I would sweat like crazy. And like around, I think February or something, my wife started to tell me that you're getting smelly. What is wrong with you? And I was like, no, you're crazy. So the thing is, when you don't smell your own smell, I guess. I smell a little bit now. By the way, now I'm fixed. Now I will tell you the fix later, the cure. So the thing is, I was a smelly. So after a few months, I accepted that I'm smelly. So I was in denial for a while, but I couldn't do anything about it. I was just ashamed. It was also a time of my life that I was doing a lot of what's it called? I met a lot of people. I did a lot of communication and stuff, and I would get smelly when I didn't want to. So I don't know how many relationships it ruined, but it wasn't my fault. I couldn't do anything. I would shower every day. I would add what are those things called? And well, it was just spewing out of me. So I was this smelly guy at the time, and I was super conscious about it. I think not everybody is, because there is a lot of smelly people out there, and I was one of them. And okay, I went to this place, Gochadarasi, which is the immigration office headquarter. I went to the main one, I guess the big ass one, and it was super warm. Everybody were fanning themselves. I also took one fan with me, which is for fanning kebabs, because I'm a dude. I don't care, but everybody tells me, do you know this is for kebab or this is for mangal? Yeah, I know, but it's cheap. And okay, I went there 2 hours early. For some reason, it took such a long time that I went in almost like I was with the last couple of people. When I came out, it was over. Everybody was gone. So I went there. First of all, this dude told me, okay, I will do the work for you, but not for your wife because she's not here. So yeah, I know, but I have the documents. I have the what's it called, the marriage certification, blah 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 blah. And he said, no way, you have to come with her again, or she have to come here again, because we don't accept marriage certificate that is translated in Turkish and has this seal and stuff, and we charge a lot of money for it. She has to come here herself. And I said, okay, just do mine. And the weird thing was here. He told me something deodorant. And I said, what? In Turkish, because my Turkish is not good. And he he brought out his Google Translate and said, you smell so bad. Why don't you use a deodorant? Please go and sit over there at the end of the room, and I will do your work. And yeah, so I was already super self-conscious about it, and it was a little weird. It was, what's it called, these are called dilemmas. So I knew I smell, but I was in a immigration headquarter office, and I was like, wait a second, is this guy just racist, or he can't stand my smell? Anyway, but when he said go and sit over there, that was rude, I guess. And I just stood up, I just went a little back and said, I'm good here. And he said, okay, sit down, just sit down this way. I don't know, he was an asshole, but he wasn't racist, he was just an asshole. And he did the work, did my work, added my new address, and again my wife got an appointment for another time and bought another office, and I went with her just to see if there is another asshole guy. But the guy over there was super cool. I think, no, he couldn't speak English, or I don't know, I don't remember, but he was super cool. He made few jokes and stuff, and stuff went well, and we went back home, and the mission was done. But yeah, that I didn't got super occupied by this event, because I knew I was smelly at the time. But when this guy at the immigration office called me, you smell, go away, it was a little bit weird. But yeah, I just got it out of my system. I didn't think about it so much, but I thought it's a fun story to talk about. So let's talk about how to cure your smelliness. Here comes the magic. By the way, when he told me that, when I came out of the office, I was pissed. First of all, because it took like, I don't know, 3 hours to do something that took like less than 5 minutes, and less than 5 minutes, and that like 4-minute thing in the middle was just taking copies of documents that I didn't do at the time. So I went out and did them and came back. So I was pissed. Somebody called me smelly, and they did the work so too late. And yeah, because I read about how to fix this before, I went directly to a pharmacy. I said, I can't take this anymore. I bought what's it called? There is this thing. Wait a second, let me bring it. these two. One is benzoxine, the other one is, this is just zinc oxide. It's not very crazy. This benzoxine thing is like, it's just, I don't know, benzoyl peroxide and something. So it has 1% of some sort of antibacterial, or what's it called, antibiotic, and some other random things, and alcohol. And people use it for their acne, for their faces, because that's also, that's mostly bacterial, I guess. So you use this before showering, so like put it on for a few minutes and go take shower. And zinc oxide, zinc is antibacterial by itself, also doesn't let you get tanned. So, and you add zinc when you want to sleep, so during the night it doesn't let the bacteria get cultured, get yeah, so it doesn't let the bacteria drink the sweat. So I used it for a few weeks, and I think I was lucky that the problem got solved completely. And yeah, because I heard some people get the smelly armpits. Oh, armpits. Get the smelly armpit by fungi. So mushrooms grow out of their armpits, and they never go away. I guess I heard from somewhere. Oh, and how did I know about this? So my wife told me, you smell. I said, no, I don't smell. And the phone heard us and showed me, same night, showed me a reel on Instagram that someone was, one of those videos that someone comes up and said, oh, I use rubbing alcohol on my armpits and they don't smell anymore. And the doctor from the side of the video, like me here, came and said, yeah, you're right. Alcohol kills the bacteria, but rubbing alcohol is a little bit too much. Use this thing, benzoxine. Yeah, because it has a controlled amount of alcohol and the what's it called, antibiotic, so it will kill them. And your wife never tells you again that you're smelly. Yeah. So folks, how long have been live? Let me see, where is it? 1 hour 11 minutes, and it's 4 p.m. 4:47 p.m. So that was our story. And yeah, let's do something fun now.